I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I had to use the mouse to put us on the screen, and I dropped it like right before I was supposed to. So I'm like, oh no, the intro's ending. I got hurry, get it.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
friggin' idiot sometimes. Anyway, as you
Anyway,
can tell, we're twins today. We got
we're
our
twinning.
trainer Alex shirts on. He's numero uno. Thanks again, Alex.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe I'll
Boy,
get another one because maybe I'll get another one because my XXL will be too large. Maybe I can shrink down or something.
there you go. There you go.
He said when he asked me my size, I texted back. I'm like double XL. Really? He's like, I don't know how I should take that, but okay.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
We got a lot.
my,
We got a
what's
lot to
that?
discuss. So we have a lot to discuss.
We do. What
We
hat? I'm trying
do.
to see what hat you have on. I still can't. Oh, the Orioles.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We're
Yeah,
both in the playoffs.
the Mets made the playoffs yesterday. Orioles are in it now.
Yep.
Very cool.
We're winning 0-0 to KC, in my opinion.
Hey, you're not losing, right?
That's right. So that means we're winning. We're in the fifth inning.
So
And
you
go
and I were
Mets.
talking.
I'm rooting for the Mets too.
Yeah, you better be rooting for the Mets. Come on now.
Absolutely. I've always been a Mets. I've always been a Mets fan.
Yeah, I know. And so's Commish Gordon there.
Yep.
You know, he'll be going crazy for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Unfortunately, they only play in Milwaukee for the first for the 3 games. So if they beat Milwaukee and they win that series, then they go on. I don't know if they're. Oh yeah, they'll play home for the divisional round. Never mind, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so
Was it the best 3 out of 5? It's not best out of 3, is it?
yeah, your wild card is best out of 3. So
okay.
two is it.
No kidding.
Two
Okay.
is it. And if they win, they go to Philadelphia.
Okay.
And that's best out of 5. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the NLCS and ALCS, that's best out of 7.
Yeah.
So going to Philly if they win. Oh, that should be exciting.
Right.
That should be exciting.
Yeah.
My best friend Timmy, he's huge Phillies.
Let's do another 69 series. Always Mets.
Oh yeah, they could. That's right. That's very possible. That's very. But now let me tell you this: what Mets connection to the '69 Orioles? What's the Mets connection to the '69 Orioles?
Oh boy.
Not besides they played them, of course.
No.
I guess what player is on the '69 Orioles that was very important in Mets history?
Boy, let me think about this for a second. I mean, I know Nolan Ryan was pitching for them. Tom Seaver. Let's see. Boy, Bamberger, George Bamberger.
No.
Davy Johnson was.
There you go.
There it is, Davy Johnson.
There
That's right. Because he played and then he coached for the Orioles.
Yeah, and then he coached the Mets to the '86 World Series.
That's right.
How could you forget that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you made my brain hurt a little on that one.
Yeah, he played as a player with the Orioles against the Mets in '69. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right, that's our baseball history. There you are. You and I were talking yesterday about a little different thing we're going to do on the show for the next several episodes.
Yes.
And unless we have something coming up, like we do have a guest coming up that we do have to have on the time he's coming on, and so forth and so on, if other things pop up in, Sly Rocky World or whatever. But if not, we're going to be doing a episode review the Wednesday after it premieres. So basically this past Sunday, everybody watched episode 3. And then next week we're going to do episode 4. So we're going to be doing a play-by-play right after it. So we're going to leave this up here, actually. Let me get this on here for you guys, just in case somebody tunes in late. They can read that. It's pretty bold. Spoiler alert, this is Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 1, 2, 3. We're doing 1, 2, 3 because this is the first show we're doing that. Next week, obviously, we're only going to do 4.
Yeah, we got to catch up.
Yeah, yeah. And we might have to do that again. We might have a show
Yeah.
that we did something else, and then we have to do 2 episodes. But regardless, but we were thinking about it, and we were like, I don't want to wait till the whole season's over and like give it another week after the season's over, and then like we'll be into January, and it would kind of be, I don't want to say lost its luster, but it's not happening right now.
Right.
So we were thinking about doing it not really live, but kind of, I
Yeah.
mean, quickly as possible.
Hey, you know what,
And,
Tony? It's our show. We can do what we want.
that's true. There's usually just you and I watching it, so I guess
Yeah,
we'll be watching to see who's joining. There's 3 people, including us. That's awesome. Yeah, eventually we'll give up, guys. Eventually we'll be like, you know what? Screw it. We're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then watch. We'll get all these. Oh no! Don't leave. Come on.
Right.
Well, where were you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Anyway, so I guess we'll just jump right in there. And then so season 2, Tulsa King, started 2 weeks ago, or technically 3 weeks ago.
Right.
And came back with a bang. Season 1, 2, 3. So I mean, we could what's the word I'm looking for? Just generalize the first couple episodes just to get them back on track here. And then we can dive a little deeper into episode 3, because that one was that was what made us want to do it, because it was such a good episode. We wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, once again, as you can read on the bottom, we will be discussing it. If you haven't watched it yet, you can read the bottom and turn off, or you can continue watching and ruin it for yourself.
Yeah.
So the first couple episodes, obviously Dwight's in court with the bribing of the federal officer. He's trying to get out of that situation. He's thinking about renting that house in that very affluent neighborhood for his daughter and the kids and everybody. Oh, now the sister's there too, and doesn't look like she's going anywhere.
Yeah, look, she's now going to become part of the main rotating cast.
Yeah, well, she was in Copland with Sly, and she was in Sopranos. I mean, she's not a no-name character actor, Let me see. I want to say her last name correctly, because I know it's not going to. So I don't know if it's Scora or Sciora. I don't know how to say Sciora. Her first name is Annabella, but she's been in a lot of films, and so she's not a no-name actress. If she's on this Visible, she's going to be on for a while.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But which is good, because I mean, it's kind of like the sister and the daughter that can give Dwight some crap, and he needs a little, it's good.
Yeah,
I think it's good. So the thing about renting the house, and they go to do that, and then we get introduced to Neil McDonough's character, who, again, we talked about that a couple weeks ago on how he always seems to play the bad guy.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure he's played good guys somewhere, but he always seems to play the bad guy.
Yeah, he was in a movie, and I just saw it the other night too, and I'm trying to. One of these days I'm just going to write the name of the movie down, but he looks like he's definitely playing a football coach.
Okay.
So I'm sure he's not a bad guy in that one.
Right.
But Neil McDonough is one of those Forrest Whitaker type actors.
Yeah.
Who, they have their place on the mountain somewhere.
Yeah.
They're not an unknown, but their name, it's not a Sylvester Stallone.
No disrespect to him at all. He has a
Not
very
at
good
all.
career.
I love him.
I would trade that. I would trade doing what I do for that career in a heartbeat. And I'm sure there would be a million actors that would trade.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. If he walks in somewhere, somebody might go, he looks familiar.
Right.
But, obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger walks in or Sly walks in.
Right.
They don't say he looks familiar. They know who he is. So it's a little different for him. But what I like about the bad guy that he plays, and he does it with this character too, Cal Thresher, it's just he's not He's not fiery. He's not, loud and obnoxious. He's not, I'm going to kill you. And, he's just cold as ice, smooth as silk, and it's cool the way he plays it. So we get introduced to him at that fundraiser that they're having.
Yes.
Where it's his fundraiser, it's his house. So they all go there, and Sly goes there, and he went there to try to make friends. Basically, he wanted to make friends with them and kind of join him in the weed business because he had the number one in the state, number one farm.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Cal Thresher had no intentions of becoming friends with Sly and made it well known.
You don't like to share his toys.
Yeah. Well, most people in that type of industry are not, hey, yeah, come on.
Yeah, right.
Come with me. They're not that well going. So I know we're jumping all around on these 3 episodes. Obviously, the third one is more in our heads. So if we forgot anything or whatever, I mean, obviously, put it down on the bottom there. Hey, what about this? You forgot that. But we're not going to be going over step by step every minute of the first 3 episodes. We're just generalizing them and talking about them. When he was first in jail, the one scene where he was in jail, and he was talking to the guy who has the wind turbines.
Yep.
And then he's kind of like helping him out a little bit on how to be in jail because he was so nervous. And he gets up.
Someone says, "Pass the salt."
Yeah.
I'll pass the salt through the back of your effing skull.
It's so crazy seeing him talk like that.
I know.
You're just used to him being, most of his characters are that violent and that crazy.
Yeah. Love that scene that he gets up and he just walks over to the gang, the hoodlum who was in jail with him. And just, hey, bang! You taking a nap.
Remember if the guard comes over? It's with him. he's
taking a nap.
He's all right. He's good.
Love it.
But then he goes and visits him in the jail to talk to him about buying the turbines.
Yeah.
He's trying to go legitimate. It seems anyway.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure there's something in the back over here saying, how can I skirt the law?
Well, yeah, I mean that's that lifestyle. I mean, that's very few of them do that, where they skirt the law and intentionally do it.
Right.
Let me see here. Hold on one second. I got I'm looking at notes. So let's see here. We jump over to the ending of season 1's ending was just, it was there. It was kind of to get you caught up. Mm-hmm. It wasn't anything great. It wasn't anything bad. It just kind of got you caught up.
Well, they redid the bar. They redid the bar. They redid the bar turned it into a casino type bar. And then also he redid the weed shop too, which was pretty freaking stellar.
Yep. And that's the guy Bodie that runs that shop. And I'm not sure how I take him. That's the guy with the glasses and the long hair.
Yep.
I'm not really sure how I take him because he never seems like he's content and happy about what's going on, even when it's good for him.
Mm-hmm.
But he also doesn't seem like he's going to turn around and snitch on Dwight because he knows better.
Maybe it's just because he's stoned all the time.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, very, very possible. You're right.
Is there, all right, let me ask you this question. Is there a secondary character? And I don't mean that to be belittling to anybody.
No. I mean, they know what their roles. Yeah. I get it.
Is there a secondary character that you gravitate towards?
Let me think about this.
Because I can tell you mine.
Okay, well, go ahead. You tell me yours because I'm looking at I'm looking for the characters' names. But go ahead, tell me yours.
Dominic Lombardozzi. He plays Chicky.
Oh, you like him?
I love him. I love him.
He irks me to no end because
I know
he's going against every he's all right, this is going to be crazy to some people hear this, but this is the truth. That type of generation of mafia is what ruined the mafia. And they used to have codes and honor amongst thieves, of course.
Yeah.
There was certain things you didn't do. And
Yeah.
then now you got guys like him who will be ready to whack anybody, no matter if you're a made guy, you're not a made guy. You didn't ask, you didn't have a sit down and ask to do it. He's off the deep end, that guy.
He's the Joe Pesci of Goodfellas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
And yes, I agree 110% with everything you just said. But the actor himself, I love.
Oh no, the actor himself, I like.
Love his acting.
He was in Reacher. He was in. He's been in a bunch of films. I mean, he's a very good actor. Yes, absolutely.
And he plays the part to perfection. He's got that Brooklyn accent, and even like you said, we just got through watching Reacher again, the first 2 seasons, and I'm watching Dominic Lombardozzi on Reacher, and he was on there for a couple of episodes, and then comparing him to Chicky, on Tulsa King. He's just an actor. I'm just like, wow, the guy's got chops, man. The guy, he can do it. I just gravitate towards him.
I thought you meant the characters, like not the actors. I thought you meant the characters of the.
Well, I mean, yeah, but yes and no, because we've touched about this before, where if you have an actor who can make you hate them or make you love them,
oh yeah,
they're doing the job. And Chicky is the guy who's like, you want to hate him, you love to hate him.
Yeah, no, you definitely,
definitely.
Yeah, you definitely want to hate him. That's for sure. The characters, though, the 2 characters I like, and I don't want to jump to the end of season 3 because this one character gets very involved. So maybe we'll wait on that one.
Okay.
But the bartender, Mitch, I like him.
Yeah,
I like him a lot. He seems like just a good guy. He doesn't seem like he would cause any problems for Dwight. He seems like he wants to help and whatever. But I like him. And then, of course, there's Armand, who I don't like.
No, I don't like him.
He's the one that took. Okay, well, we're jumping all over the place now. So, all right. So
I do that.
Let's get into season 3. I mean, episode 3. Okay, so episode 3 opens up, and they're in court, and Dwight is representing himself because the district attorney was being bought by Thresher.
Yes.
So he goes about explaining the relationship with him and Stacy, which in turn gets him to win the case of not bribing a federal officer.
Right.
So after that,
and he made very valid points.
Yeah. No, he did.
Very
I mean, he was up there. I mean, one of them said you could have been a lawyer, huh? And I mean, the way he was talking, he could have. He did it very well. But the scene where Thresher calls oh my goodness, Armand to his house.
Oh yeah.
And you knew what was going down right there. They set it up where he's having all this financial troubles. The wife is getting divorced. She's not giving him custody. Mm-hmm. He's going through all kinds of hell. So you just knew this was going to be, he's going to give him a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and in true mob fashion, maybe one day you could do a favor for me.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't trust him 1 second because I think he's bitter against Dwight. I think he'll do anything for money. I don't think he's loyal to the family. So but I also think he's going to get what's coming to him. I don't think we'll be seeing him much longer.
No, I don't think so either. Goody surprised me.
That's why. Well, Goody's the other one, the other character that I like.
I know. We'll get to that later.
We'll get into that at the end. But we'll talk about Goody at the end. So,
but he surprised the hell out of me.
How funny was the HOA president guy?
Oh my God! Yeah.
So they move into the big palatial mansion, renting it, by the way. And of course, this guy pulls up. He's the HOA president in his little golf cart, and you got trash sticking out of your trash can, and your garage doors open for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was getting aggravated at the scene. I was getting so uptight listening to him.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My wife just sent me a text today. This is no lie. She just texted me today that a woman she knows got fined $100 because their bushes were not trimmed properly.
Come on.
I swear to God. Swear to God.
Some people.
There's no way in the world. No.
Too much time on their hands.
So I thought that's what was going to happen with the guy. I thought Dwight was going to say, "Come here in the garage. Let me talk to you."
Yeah, whack him.
Little whack. But it actually wound up being better how he found out. He saw the trial and found out who he was and what he's capable of. And I don't think we'll be seeing Mr. HOA anymore. Well, no, not that they're going to kill him. I mean, I don't think he's going to be. He's not going to be bothering Dwight about the garage doors or the trash or any other.
It'll be a very nervous wave on the way by.
Oh man. But then okay, so let's see how much time. Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. We might as well dive into because the ending's going to take us a while to talk about. Okay, well let's backpedal a little bit too, because I forgot about the car dealership where they stole all the converters.
Yeah, the little converters.
Yeah, they took all those to get some more money to kick back to Dwight.
But that was payback to the owner of the deal.
Well, yeah, that was part of it. I mean, the extra money was icing on top of the cake. But yeah, that was payback to him.
Mm-hmm.
They I forgot they did that. And then of course the owner of the dealership comes over, wants to talk to Dwight. I need my catalytic converters back, and Dwight's like, I think we might be able to find them. Might be somewhere I know about. And so that was pretty funny. And then you see the scene from Kansas City. Bill Bevilacqua.
Yeah.
I think I said that right. Is talking to Chicky in New York.
Yep.
About Tulsa. And the thing is, nobody cared about Tulsa. Dwight was being banished.
Yeah.
He was
exiled.
He was being exiled, thrown out of New York, and they figured, whatever, go shake down a 7-Eleven and have fun. They didn't realize he was going to turn this into something that was extremely profitable.
Right.
And now, of course, what does every family want when that happens? They want their cut. So Kansas City is a little upset that they weren't even asked, because supposedly it's their area.
And who knew?
Yeah. And then so they have a sit down. Well, actually, Chicky talked about Bevilacqua.
Yeah.
Jesus. There's a lot of vowels in this episode.
Yeah.
He talks to him about going to talk to Dwight. But then he also talks to Goody. And that burned me, because I like Goody. I think Goody's, he's a good right hand. He's the consigliere technically of the family. I mean,
sure. And you got to kind of, in the back of your head, I don't know, probably you're the same. But I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? You know, what's Goody doing?
So Chicky basically asked Goody to flip on Dwight, and he could stay there and run Tulsa.
Yeah.
Get a bigger cut, as long as he kicks it back to Kansas City and New York, of course. And then he said, and then Goody said something. I forget exactly what he said, but then Chicky goes, "Is that a yes?" And Goody goes, "It's not a no."
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, oh
that's what I'm saying right there. I'm like, what are you doing?
Don't. Oh man. So then I'm just trying to remember, guys. I didn't watch it last night. I did watch it the night before again when we talked about doing this. And then they're celebrating that he's not in jail. He didn't.
Yeah.
He's celebrating at the bar. And what's the bar called again?
Oh God.
The Bend is something or right? Oh man, I can't remember the name of the bar.
I cannot either. I'm drawing a blank on that. I watched it Sunday night, so and I was actually today.
The Bread to Buck Saloon.
Okay. I
And
was
it's located on Cherokee tribal land.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're celebrating there. Oh, we forgot to talk about one character that was introduced in season 2 that I like. We forgot to talk about Bigfoot.
Oh yeah, Bigfoot.
How funny is that guy?
Yeah.
He's a mammoth human being.
Yep.
But he's very articulate, and he's very, I try to make sure that they understand that you can't do this before I break their head.
Yeah.
So I like him. I forgot to talk about him.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're at the Bread to Buck. They're having a good time. Everybody's just talking or dancing or drinking. And then Chicky tells Goody to tell Dwight that they're sending over an offer.
Right.
Because we had to back up a little bit too. The meeting with Bevilacqua and him didn't go over very well.
Oh no.
He told him, I don't answer to any man. I'm not kicking up to you. This is my area. You didn't even want it before, so get the hell out of here.
Right.
And he goes, you're not even willing to offer me a taste, nothing. So
No.
they're going to send over their offer later on at the bar. They're going to send the guy that was with him at the bar, at the meeting. I'm sorry. And then it's just all, they're singing and Mitch is singing and,
Yeah.
Dwight's talking to, and then it had a vibe like he was saying goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
Because he's walking over and he's like talking to his sister and, I'll be back. And he was talking to all the characters.
Right.
So I'm like, oh man, don't go like putting him in the hospital or something, or don't,
Sure.
don't put him in a coma. Like, just don't do this.
No, I agree. I was hoping that, he was going to see his spidey sense would start tingling or something,
Well, so the cool part about that scene, though, the ending scene was, okay, so the ending scene happens. They tell him the guy's out back, wants to talk to you and give you the offer from Kansas City.
Right.
He goes around and tells everybody, I'll be back. Okay, Dan, whatever it is. And he walks out the back door and the guy's there and says, here's our offer. They show him put his hand in his jacket and they show Goody take out a knife. Now, what were you thinking right away?
I thought Goody was going to turn on Dwight
And stab Dwight.
Yeah.
I didn't first. I didn't know whose hand it was until I saw him pull it up higher. I thought maybe it was Dwight's. I couldn't really tell. It happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Goody informed Dwight of their little scheme because Goody stabbed Mr. Kansas City made guy like 25 times in the chest. He just kept going.
I know.
Like, sip. I was like, holy crap.
And cutting a loaf of bread.
Yeah, well, yeah. Bigfoot came behind him, grabbed him by the head like this, and then Goody just stabbed him repeatedly, like crazy. And then
but yeah, I was with you. I thought for sure Goody was going to turn on Dwight. I thought for sure.
I mean, it seemed like it, the way they were setting it up. And it wasn't like Dwight was this big character, like, if Dwight did get killed, not Dwight, I'm sorry. Goody was this big character, like, maybe one of the guys would have killed Goody for Goody doing that to Dwight, like right then and there.
Right.
So it wasn't like it was out of the realm of possibility of something like that happening. And then, of course, Dwight goes, you know what to do. You know where to take it. And Tyson, who wants to be Mr. Goodfellas so bad, is like, I'm going to go.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go.
Yeah.
But Dwight gave him a look, man, like he didn't want him to. I think Dwight partially I think there's a little bit with Tyson's dad that he doesn't want him to get in trouble.
Yeah, I think Dwight looks at Tyson as like a son. He's
Mm,
like a kind of a father figure to him,
yeah,
or at least,
yeah,
the fact of like he knows Tyson is kind of on the outs with his dad, so
right.
Dwight's kind of looking over him to make sure he doesn't get too far in over his head. I guess.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. You hit it right on the head. I think anyway. Um,
But
and
Tyson's a
then in
great
my
character. Tyson's a great character too, though.
oh, he's fantastic. He's
I
fantastic.
love
I
him.
love Dwight comes out. Tyson, we're going to court. Why are you wearing pajamas?
I know. Go put a suit on.
Go
He
get a
shows up
suit
in a
on.
pink suit.
Well, what about in the court when Dwight was taking off his jewelry, his bracelet, his necklace, gave it to Tyson? He goes, "What am I doing?" He goes, "Well, I don't want this in there if I don't come back." And then when he came back, he goes, "Let me give you all this," and he gave him the watch. Probably gave him $100,000 watch.
I know. Yeah,
That's funny. But then Dwight says, "You know where to take it," and I was thinking, and I didn't think I thought they were going to, dump it somewhere that they had in mind when this happened. I had no idea they were going to dump it at the gate of the Kansas City Don.
No, I know.
Bevilacqua.
Yeah,
I was awesome.
Yeah, I was with you. I'm thinking they're gonna go dig a hole. Or
they had an area in town they knew about.
They dumped a bunch of other bodies at the coal miners at a coal miners.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I didn't. He wasn't. He was not afraid to make a statement. He didn't make a small statement. He got up on a mountain. He's like, I am here in Tulsa for good. You want to come here? Come on, come here.
That's right. Well, I mean, Taylor Sheridan, who writes Tulsa King, also does Yellowstone.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Have you ever seen the Yellowstone at all?
Oh yeah, every season.
So yeah. So they had the train station.
Yep.
Okay, this is where they went and took the bodies. So it just kind of coincides with the two series.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. I mean, technically, you could do a crossover.
That was talked about at one point in time.
I mean, you really could. I mean, I know Oklahoma's not very close to Montana,
right?
But they went down to Texas in Yellowstone.
Sure.
For remember the kid went to the 666 ranch?
Yeah.
And that was in Texas. Yep. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that they could. My thought was when they first showed his daughter Scarlett play Spencer, and she was dealing with the horses.
Yeah.
That was my first thought, that Dwight wanted to buy more horses, and those guys from Montana came down with horses. So like the Dutton Ranch came down with their horses.
Yeah.
Maybe Dwight bought some. Maybe they started talking a little bit. Hey, you need anything when you're in Oklahoma, let me know. That type of deal. And they become I would hate to see them become enemies, but I would think that they could be a good match for adversaries, with Dwight being down in Oklahoma and John Dutton being up in Montana. They keep an eye on things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, you never know. Sly did say that season 3 is moving ahead.
Awesome.
So obviously this isn't stopping anytime soon. But yeah, it's so that's where it ended, with that body on the driveway of Bill Bevilacqua, who is the Kansas City mob head.
Don.
And that's Frank Grillo who plays him.
Yeah.
He's been in a lot too.
Yeah, he has.
He was in
The Punisher.
I think so. I know he was in Marvel somehow. Let me see here real quick.
I could swear he played the Punisher.
He does
in
look
one
like
of the Punisher. I know
he
Dolph
looks like the guy. No, not back then. You're talking about the recent one, right?
Yeah. I was going to say Dolph Lundgren played Punisher, and then there was I can't remember.
Now he played a character called Crossbones in Captain America:
Crossbone.
Winter Soldier and Captain America: Civil War.
Okay.
And then he was again Brock Rumlow in Avengers Endgame. But he has a ton of movies. My goodness, I never realized. I didn't realize he did this much. He did a lot. Wow.
Well, isn't he kind of
but
like?
yeah,
Isn't he kind of besties with Sly? He's on
I
that.
do think they're friendly with each other. I
Yeah.
do think they have been friends
Yeah.
before Tulsa King. I believe
Mhm.
so. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. He's playing the bad guy. So he kind of technically there's two baddies in this season
Yeah.
between Thresher and Bevilacqua.
Right.
Because now he's got them coming from two different ends too.
Sure.
You know, it's gonna be. I can't wait for the next show.
I know.
I cannot wait.
And I really,
now I'm really glad they do it weekly.
that's just what I was going to say. I'm so happy they do it weekly like this, because now it makes you really, it's not just watched and forgotten. You're anticipating the next show.
Yeah. No, it's great. The anticipation's there. The one part it's like, I watch it Sunday night. I don't know about you.
I do too.
Yeah, because I mean, I usually watch the ball game during the day, so I usually watch it like around 4 or 5 ish, give or take, depending on what time Giants are playing or what time the Mets are playing, whatever. So I do watch it at night, but it's still like I know I could watch it in the morning sometimes, and I'm like, I want to watch it right now.
I know. The hardest part though is like, you and I were talking about, it's like, we watch on Sunday night, and so much happens between Sunday and recording that I like today I was trying to go back through, and last night I was trying to go back and rewatch it,
Yeah.
the first 2 episodes. And
well, it's going to be a little easier for us. I think we'll start to once we do, like this coming Sunday, we'll record on Monday. So we will have watched it the night before.
It'll be fresh.
Yeah, so that'll be a little easier for us. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see where this is all going. I mean, there's so many open-ended questions. I mean, all right, so now Goody obviously told Dwight about Chickie's offer. Bevilacqua obviously got the answer from Dwight about his offer.
Yeah, he got an answer.
Thresher's pissed off because the DA couldn't put away Dwight.
Right.
So there's a lot of people are mad at Dwight. A lot of people are not happy with him.
Yeah, and
so it should be
his the federal agent, Stacy asked for a transfer. So who knows what, or is going to get transferred to, like, Anchorage, Alaska?
Yeah, she's going to Alaska. So I don't know if she's going off the show or what. I mean, I would assume that. I mean, because if you think about it, her story arc is pretty much done.
Yeah.
They had their little fling. They almost got, legal issues, and it's done. She's getting transferred. He's not arrested. He's fooling around with the ranch lady.
Yep.
So I think they're kind of done, but you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, there's a lot of questions up there that of things that can happen. Now, as in every mob-oriented show, movie, whatever you want to call it, book, whenever things like this happen, obviously there's retaliation. And most of the time, retaliation is on the family.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't think it would be anything as drastic as killing the sister or killing the daughter. I think that would be crazy to do. But I don't know. I don't know. They're definitely not writing, screenwriting 101 episodes. So,
No, well, that's some of the stuff, like, in today's day and age of TV shows. What the heck? Big Sky. Did you ever watch Big Sky?
No.
Okay. It was just a TV show. It was like on Channel 9 or something like that. It was on a year or two ago, right? And what the heck was her name? This actress, I can't think. Anyhow, the main character in the TV show, it was about like a child kidnapping outfit, this type of thing,
Okay.
Anyhow, the main character of the show gets offed within like the first 15 minutes.
Get out, really?
Season 1, episode 1. Boom. Done.
That's like the movie Scream. Remember the movie Scream? Drew Barrymore's on the phone. You know they
Drew Barrymore,
It's Drew Barrymore.
You just don't know in today's day and age what they're going to do.
See, that's the way, that's the way it should be. Because now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should off Dwight.
No,
but I think if they retaliate and go after somebody, see, here's the deal. Chances are the guy they killed was a made guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at the table they introduced him as a friend of ours. And in that type of world, a friend of ours means he's a made guy. He's in.
Yeah.
And so he could get repercussions for that.
Well, Chicky, when Chicky shoots the guy who came over to warn him about, his the reputation that his gang had,
Yeah. Yeah.
And he shot him, and he got Goody on the, was it Goody on the phone?
I think so.
Was it Goody or Dwight? I can't remember because it was a couple weeks ago, but he got him on the phone and he, boom, just because he warned him.
He had Goody. It was Goody on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like, he just came over to say, you might want to check your rep because da da da. And then he shoots him over the phone,
Well, I mean, I can pretty much guarantee you somebody of stature is going down the next episode or two. I can't see there being no repercussions for what Dwight did.
Right. Well,
and I don't mean. Go ahead.
What's it? Armando. Is it Armando? Yeah.
Oh, the one we don't trust him.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it Armand?
Armand.
Yeah, Armand. I think he's next.
Well, I mean, again, it depends on what goes down. I mean, Dwight will knock him off without blinking an eye. I don't think he cares about him at all. It's a matter of what happens and what he gives Thresher in return for that money he got. That's really what it comes down to.
I think Dwight's going to somehow get info that Armand met with Thresher, or Thresher's going to get him the information.
Right.
That he's.
Well, I mean, the woman that runs the ranch, remember when she said to Thresher, you disgust me, or, I wouldn't touch you for whatever she said. I forget how she put it. And then she was like, deal with Armand, my horse trainer.
Yeah. So
maybe she could talk to him somehow. And not that she's trying to get information, but maybe while talking to him, he slips with something, and she gets it back to Dwight. But
it would just seem, but then again, we're speculating. We don't know, but the natural course of events would play to be that Armand would be next. In my mind.
What about next? I mean, because in my eyes, they have to set up some kind of repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
It almost has to happen, because if it doesn't, it doesn't have the arc you want it to. It's like, okay, Dwight's running Tulsa. Kansas City said they want something. He killed that guy and they left him alone. That's not really the way it works. So there's got to be something. He's going to come after him hard.
Oh yeah.
For a variety of reasons, for what he did, for who it was, and for how he did it. I mean, let's face it, it was almost like the biggest FU, dropping it on your driveway by your gate.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got cojones, I tell you that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he does.
So it's going to be interesting to see what he does next, because him and Chicky are on the same team, and now they'll know they don't have Goody.
Right.
So I don't know. It's going to be. I would love to be in that writing session. Like, this is how they would do. Like, they would just go back and forth. And let's do this. No, you can't do that. I mean, I would love to hear that.
Oh, absolutely. I was actually thinking about it. Like, wouldn't it'd be kind of to be a fly in the wall and just, with Sly and Dominic, just having a conversation,
Yeah.
just to be a fly on the wall, because those two, I just think it'd be an amazing conversation to listen to.
I would love to. I would love
Just
to
between
hear.
the two of them.
But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. For all you know too. I mean, maybe that's how they'll get rid of the federal agent lady, Stacy. Maybe somebody will kill her, thinking she's still close to Sly. And even though he doesn't hate her, I'm sure he doesn't want her dead.
Yeah, he said that when he showed up in her apartment.
Right.
She's like, "Are you here to kill me?"
Yeah. Well, think about it. She's probably scared to death. I mean, she knows what he's capable of, and she doesn't really know him.
Right.
I mean, they had a couple of passionate nights together, and a little this, a little that. So those guys, like I said,
what did he say? He's like, "No, I'm not here to kill you, but it now enters my mind because you think I am," or something like that. And just
crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think.
It's a scary figure to have in the shadows coming.
Right. No, I mean, I don't blame her for being afraid.
No.
I'd be afraid too. I mean, like I said, you got, excuse me, you got Stacy, of course. Actually, Margaret, the ranch woman, the ranch owner. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, somehow Thresher, Bevilacqua, and Chicky are going to join forces. Well, Chicky and Bevilacqua already joined forces. Right. Somehow Thresher's going to get involved in that, I think. Mm-hmm. I think some way he's going to wind up maybe seeing he's not really getting where he wants to get. And Armand knows knows the people that are in that life. So maybe Armand will make the introductions.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah.
My money's that Armand is next on the list. That's where my money is. But that could be an easy bet because that's where the road's leading.
Yeah, it's pretty. You know who I want to go just because he annoys the living crap out of me. Who is the guy? Remember the guy that Dwight punched in the mouth? And he goes, I was earning when you were still in diapers. And that mouthy guy. He plays Vince. I think he plays Vince. But he's always aggravated. He's always nasty. He's always putting everything down. He doesn't care about following tradition.
Right.
I would like to see him get whacked off, but but I don't know. But then again, Chicky killed his own father, so who knows?
Well, we all kind of, I don't know. You kind of had a feeling that was going to happen eventually. Yeah. Not that way, but you could definitely feel the tension and the animosity that was building.
Yeah, I mean, you would think it would have been, but then again, it kind of showed how cold and callous he really is. Yeah, doing it the way he did it. Yeah. I don't know. You got Armand next. That's a good choice.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be somebody from Dwight. Somebody in that group.
In his group. Well, Armand's in his group as of right now.
Right.
But he's kind of wandering.
Yeah, but see if they kill Armand, it won't affect Dwight. He wouldn't care.
But they don't know.
I think everybody else in that circle would matter. I think Armand's probably the only one that wouldn't.
True.
I mean, if you think about everybody in the circle, I mean, the Mitch, the bartender, Spencer, his daughter. I mean, if they got to her somehow, obviously his real daughter, Tina,
his sister,
Tyson, of course.
Yeah.
Bodie. And again, I think if something happened to Bodie, I think it would bother Dwight.
Oh, yeah.
I keep almost saying Sly. That's why I keep fumbling my words. I keep going like almost saying Sly.
How about the girl? I want to call her a barista. I know that's not but
the one with the shaved side head. Yeah. I mean, it could be. And again, I think he generally cares for these people like his own family. That's what's making him a different mob character. He's ruthless. He will kill. But I do think, the way he cares about, you could tell how he cares about these people.
Sure.
So it shows that other side. It's not phony, and you could tell it's not phony.
Yeah, they're his family now.
Yeah.
They're his family.
So it's definitely going to be interesting. I can't wait for the next. So episode 4 is this Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
So Rick and I will watch it, of course, on this Sunday, and we will be airing on next Wednesday. We'll be talking about episode 4.
Yes,
see what's going on from there. Traditionally, it'll be a low key episode. Usually, when they have something that powerful, the next episode generally probably won't be as powerful. It's going to set up another episode.
Sure.
So it might be a little low key, kind of show what happened, show how Bevilacqua got mad. I'm sure I keep saying his name wrong. I know I am.
Bevilacqua.
Bevilacqua. It is Bevilacqua.
Bevilacqua.
And
we might even have we're going to have a surprise for you guys. Hopefully, in the spirit of something. I would think so.
We should. We got that, $10 2-day express.
Yeah.
But yeah, should be interesting. We'll see.
But
I don't know. I don't have anything else. You got anything else?
Yeah, we do, Tony. We do. What were you talking about earlier?
What were we talking about earlier? Before we got on air?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we saw on Saturday we lost Chris Christopherson, amazing singer, songwriter, actor.
I'm not a big TV person, and I do not watch the news. So like the other half of the world could be on fire. I wouldn't even know. I'm sorry. I'm not, I'm not.
Whenever I pick up my phone and I'll put something in Google, they usually have like top news stories right under there. That's how I find out anything. I'm with you. I don't watch the news. But yeah, he was a singer, songwriter, actor. He was in he was an Army Ranger. He flew helicopters. He was a talent, amazing talent, and he will be missed. And then we lost Mr. Pete Rose, the hit king.
Charlie Hustle.
He was known for his hustle, Charlie Hustle. He ran over a catcher in an all-star game.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
He dove into second base from like the middle of between first and second.
Yeah,
he played hard every single game, no matter what. And we lost him. And then today, about 2 hours ago, we lost Mr. John Amos, who was Good Times and Lockup and Coming to America, and many, many more. So three huge talents, 3 people that we all, I'm sure those watching, have experienced their talent, songs, movies, baseball games, whatever.
Very fond memories.
They will be missed. Yeah. Oh, very fun.
Very fun. I can think back to each. Wasn't he in Chris Christopherson? Wasn't he in A Star Is Born? Like
he was in A Star Is Born with Barbara Streisand in 1976. What else happened that year?
Yeah.
That song actually won the Oscar over Gonna Fly Now.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
But yeah, Star Is Born in 76. He was in Semi Tough with Burt Reynolds.
Yep.
A movie called Convoy with Ali McGraw. He was in a handful of Westerns. He was in that Dolphin Tail movie with the dolphin that didn't have a tail. Yeah. It was big down here because it happened in Clearwater.
Right.
And like I said, he was numerous songs that he wrote. He wrote Me and Bobby McGee and had Janis Joplin sing it.
Sure.
He was in The Highwaymen with Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings.
Okay.
And let me think about it. Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson. Oh, and Willie Nelson. So Willie Nelson's the only one left.
No, okay. Wow, that's crazy.
It's like we're at the age now. Like I said that to Gina the other night when Chris Christopherson died. I said, "Oh man," I said he wrote one of the saddest songs I ever heard. Like "Help Me Make It Through the Night" is one of the saddest songs I ever heard.
Mm.
And she goes, "Well, how old was he?" I'm like, well, he was 83 or whatever. I forget how old he was, 84. And she's like, "Oh, well, that's it's not young, but it's not like, oh my God. Like
Right.
John Amos was 84, you know. I mean, it's like, because you don't think of them that old, because now that we're in our late 50s, like
I
I
know.
don't think of them as 80 something. I think of them as, 40, 50-year-old people.
As we're watching them on TV or movies that
Yeah.
we have always seen them on,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It
Yeah.
is. It
And
is. And it's
then
like, well, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and then with Pete Rose, I mean, I don't know how if I'm a baseball purist,
Oh, I love
I
it.
firmly believe Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, here's my argument of why I agree with you. He didn't bet on games he played in or
Right.
managed.
Right.
So, and with all due respect to anybody else that did anything, I don't see why there's a now. Okay, people can argue it. Well, he's friends with the whole league. Maybe he tells this one guy, strike out if you can make a difference in the game and we could win. And yeah, that's possible. But I'm sorry. There is a lot of other people cheating, steroids, uh, the Astros when they were cheating with the garbage can, giving signals.
Yep.
Then there even criminal stuff where players were killed somebody or raped somebody or whatever. All of that is just a little bit worse than betting on a
Right.
baseball game.
Right. How about throwing the World Series, with
Exactly.
the Chicago
Black
Black
Sox.
Sox,
Yep.
Shoeless Joe. I mean, the guy batted in for the World Series. He was like in the 300s. I mean, anybody does that nowadays, they're in the Hall of Fame for sure.
Oh
And
yeah.
he put up super numbers for the Hall of Fame.
And
He's
what'll be really annoying and frustrating is that the next round of Hall of Famers, like they're probably going to induct him now, and I would shove that in your face.
if I was Pete Rose's family and they
Yeah.
posthumously inducted Pete Rose,
Yeah. No.
I would give them the biggest FU
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
in the world. And the Baseball Hall of Fame, Cooperstown, I love you, but if you do it now, baseball,
Yeah.
you're wrong. You are
I agree 100%.
absolutely 100% wrong.
Yep. I couldn't
You
agree with you
can't
more.
make that wrong or right. You can't do it.
No, not anymore.
No.
Not anymore. They should have, 20,
Years ago.
30 years ago, whatever
Yep.
it is. I mean, when he got caught and he was banned, okay, it happened. After 15, 20 years and baseball and the world has changed and society has changed. Come on.
Yep.
But you know what? His talent is there. It's undisputable. His hit record is there. It's undisputable. I mean,
no one ever played the game harder than Charlie Hustle.
And I can almost guarantee you nobody's ever going to break his hit record because
Right.
these players don't play like that anymore. They get a little boo-boo and they're out of the game.
Yeah.
So you could talk all you want about the Hall of Fame, which I told you I agree.
Yeah.
But the talent that you saw, you can't take that away.
No.
Is what it is. My buddy in Philly, he became a Phillies fan when Pete Rose wound up going to the Phillies. And that's how he became a Phillies fan, because of Pete Rose. And obviously that was in Pete Rose's later years, but he could still play.
Oh yeah. And that's when I loved him on the Big Red Machine. I did not like him in Philly.
In Cincinnati. I mean, when he played for the Reds, I mean, that team was oof.
Oh, yeah, that team was stacked, just stacked. Griffey and I mean, oh my God, Cepeda,
Johnny Bench,
Johnny
Morgan,
Bench, Tom Seaver on that one. Joe Morgan. I love Joe Morgan. Love Joe Morgan.
But yeah, so like I said, you could do what you want, but the talent's there, the records are there, his performance is there. You can't take that away.
No.
So, all righty, my friend. I guess let's wrap this up.
Okay, buddy.
Take their little spoiler alert down. We'll put up a new one next week.
John Amos, rest in peace.
Yes,
we
all
love
of
you.
them. All of them.
All of you.
It's just such a shame, but yeah, rest in peace, guys. We'll see everybody next week and discuss episode 4. And Sly is calling.
Yeah, I'll be right there, Sly.
Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next week.
You